Hi, we are reporting live from Soho, New York, and you are watching Bickering with Moti Christian.
I'm Moti Ankari.
And I'm Christian Bendek.
Are you?
You know, at night, sometimes at the bar, I have different names, but for you guys, it's Christian. You're taking pictures now?
Just a quick little photo.
Okay, good. How was your Pride weekend?
Oh my God, Pride was fun.
I was there to witness it one
Were you?
night.
Yeah.
2 nights, actually.
2 nights. You were there both Friday night. We went to the Boom Boom Room. And then Saturday we went
It
to
was
Planet
Rigo's
Pride,
party at the Boom Boom Room.
which was so much fun.
We saw a lot of friends.
We saw a lot of friends.
I like the Boom Boom Room.
Do you?
I do like it.
I used to hate it.
It's so close to the Eagle. I love it.
Yeah, that's probably why you love it so much.
Mm.
But yeah, Pride was fun this year. I feel like Planet Pride was fun. I think I had a better time last year, but I think this
Because
year,
I left you alone.
that was the best part of it. Like you weren't there, so it was
But
like,
you begged me to stay this time.
I did.
And I did. And I stayed till
did.
4 in the morning with
Christian
you.
was such a champ. He stayed the whole time. He went in the crowd. He like didn't
Against
roll
my
his
better
eyes.
judgment, I went in the middle of the crowd.
He was such a champ
I know.
for just going in and not. He didn't complain once. Shockingly, didn't complain once.
Because I got all the validation that I need for a year. I feel like
Yeah,
I got all those eyes on me. That was nice.
yeah, that was nice. So that's what kept you going. That's what let you stay.
And I had to ruin your night, basically.
And you surprisingly like, didn't complain at all. I was shocked.
Because I was trying to be a
You
good
usually
boyfriend.
complain about everything we do,
Yeah.
like any plans.
Well, but surprisingly, I had fun. The first, I mean, if you're like me, I suffer from anxiety. That's not a good place to be anxious. And I was pacing myself not to drink so much, so that didn't help either. But towards the end, when I was getting a little drunk, then I started having fun and I started dancing a little bit.
You were
and
dancing.
that was cool. And the music was great. What was that DJ that I loved?
Oh,
Besides-
Gareth Emery, I think his name is. Gareth Emery.
He was fucking
Yeah.
amazing.
I never really heard of him until then, but
And Ty-
he was like closing it. Obviously, Ty was fun. Gorgon City was fun, but I remember them being like better in the past. I don't know.
Well, the last DJ was great.
That was Gareth Emery.
That girl that sang.
Jessica Glenn.
Yeah,
Jess Glenn.
Yeah, she was great.
Yeah.
I loved it. I was like leaving.
And Adam Lambert was a guest performer,
Yeah.
who we saw at the Boomer Room the night before.
He was there. He also put on a good show.
He did.
It was the first time I seen him live. I don't know many of his songs,
I
but
don't know any of it. I think I know like, what do you want from me?
yeah, I know. He didn't sing that one.
Well, because it's a little slow. I think
He-
they wanted something a little bit more upbeat, a little pride, a little fun.
and it was. We saw a lot of friends. We saw a lot of good-looking guys everywhere.
Then Sunday, someone decided to stay home.
To have fun on my own.
Yeah. Well, I went to Dreamland and I saw Purple Disco Machine and Paris Hilton.
How was that?
perform.
Tell me about Paris. I love Paris.
You do?
I mean, I grew up watching The Simple Life, so I
Wow.
do love her.
I
She's
mean-
iconic.
She's pretty iconic. I feel like she was exactly what you would think Paris would be like as a DJ.
Oh, I never seen her DJ. How was the set
Yeah,
list?
you did. You did see her DJ. She DJ'd that Saks Fifth Avenue party that we went to, and she DJ'd it. So, but it was a different kind of performance because she actually like performed here. Like she got on stage and she like jumped around and like she sang some words like to
I heard-
Icona Pop. I like it. Like she was singing some words, and then she brought out Aqua for Barbie Girl.
We love Aqua.
I thought that was kind of cool. Like
Yeah.
everyone, I thought that was a cool moment. And then obviously at the end, I had a feeling that she was going to bring out Kim Petras because obviously she's in town and they have that that remix together for Stars Are Blind.
But Aqua having a moment thanks to that Barbie movie.
I'm a Barbie girl.
I mean, clearly,
Look
look,
at Christian.
me. Yeah.
Christian
I
is-
went blonde for the Barbie summer.
You're a Barbie boy.
Yeah, I'm a Ken boy.
You're a Ken boy. You're a
From
Barbie boy.
From Caribbean King to Caribbean Ken. We discussed that on the last episode.
Yeah.
So, you had fun or Israeli Tel Avivian Pride was better than this Pride?
I mean, absolutely, but we're not going to go into that right now.
Because you had more fun there with the boys. Because you were fresh meat, but here in New York, everybody knows you. So
I just
that's
feel
probably
like
why you
here
didn't
in
have
New
any
York,
fun here.
here in New York, it's just like everyone knows everyone. You see someone that's around you, like you just feel a little bit like, I don't know. There's
But in Tel Aviv, you didn't know anyone, so you were
you still like know a couple
you
people.
were
but-
passed around.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what
I was like
happened
fresh
there.
meat, like you know, like everyone's like, "Who's that kid?
Good. You
Who's
see-
that boy?"
And you say that I'm not a good boyfriend. You're welcome.
What else is on the agenda today, Christian?
Well, we are going to talk about. Okay, here's something that it's close to my heart,
Yeah.
and it's so the FDA put a ban on the Elf bar,
Okay.
and I'm freaking out.
Wow.
But I understand why it's happening. they're trying to, stop this from being sold to kids.
Yeah.
Because they say they had a ban on Juul. You remember on 2020 when they stopped the Juul, but it was on non-disposable vape devices.
Right.
But this is a disposable one, so the ban didn't like.
It bypassed the ban.
Exactly. So now there's a bunch of like 5-year-old kids poisoned by F bars. Because parents are irresponsible and they are ruining it for me.
I don't know what my life is going to be without hearing you saying, "Where's my vape? Where's my vape?"
It's going to be a better
My life is going to be so different.
So anyway, they're putting a ban on this and another similar thing. And so what am I going to do now? Because you can sneak this in a restaurant or in a bar and you can smoke and no one says anything. But
yeah, I'd rather you smoke that than cigarettes because cigarettes just smell so bad.
I do get it. I am 100% behind stopping kids from smoking this or teenagers.
I
sure.
agree, 100%.
Let them be 21 and decide what they want to do with their lives.
Well, then why
but don't ruin it for the adults.
How are they getting a hold of it? It's like saying like, oh, let's ban alcohol because kids are getting a hold of it.
Yeah, well, but this. I feel like honestly, I don't know what this is doing to my body.
It's not good.
It's not good, but I feel
It's not good.
I know cigarettes probably are like safer than this, but I can only smoke this inside.
There's
a
nicotine
restaurant.
in that, right?
Yeah, there is nicotine on this. That's why I do it. So hopefully this ban will stop me from continuing smoking because I really want to kick this habit out of my life.
Yeah. It'd be so nice not to wake up and like hear you say,
But
"Have you seen my Juul?"
Yeah. I woke up to those news and I'm like,
heartbroken.
what are we gonna do? I need to stock on these guys before they go
Bad.
missing.
Yeah.
So that's in the news. I know a lot of you smoke Alpha, so start stocking up.
Start stocking up because apparently there's not going to be.
So 4th of July weekend is coming.
4th of July weekend, we are going to the Hamptons.
We're going to the Hamptons. Yes. We're going with all our friends.
We are going with our friends. We're going a couple of days earlier because we have an event on Friday.
So if you guys are there and want to do a meet and greet.
Can you stop with that? That is like no one wants to do a meet and greet. Can you like chill?
No, but what are your plans for 4th of July? What did we do last year?
Honestly, we don't have like really concrete plans. We're just going to this dinner on Friday night. Saturday, we have dinner at.
We're hoping good weather is gonna.
Yeah, we're hoping for good weather. That's all I really care about. I want to chill. I feel like I partied too much the last 2 weeks.
And we want to
just chill. I want to detox. Yeah, even though I know we're gonna party a little bit, but it's okay. We can party.
That's exciting. I'm looking forward to that weekend.
You know, one thing about July 4th that kind of I always think about is I always see people criticize July 4th for celebrating July 4th because, you know, with all of these terrible things that's happening in America, like we shouldn't be celebrating America. But I just feel like it's such a contradiction because in the world, we get to, like, sorry, let me repeat that. If, like, there are places in the world that we can't do things. You know, like, of course, there's a lot to criticize America for, but I feel like we should still be celebrating America.
Count your blessings, white girl.
Like, we should be celebrating because there's so many, like, us, specifically us gay guys, like, aren't able to live the life that we live. Or even women aren't allowed to live the lives they're allowed to live in.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah, there's a lot going on, but I still feel like there's so much more freedom here.
Yeah, we have it good here.
We have it good here. Like, we should still celebrate the progress that we've made thus far, you know, because there are places around the world, and I hear stories that it is terrible. So, like, I just hate when people are trying to cancel whatever there is. Because if that's true, if you want to cancel everything, then the whole world has to be canceled. Because there's always a problem with everything. There's no country that's like a utopia that's perfect. Yeah. Literally not one.
But you should be a little vocal about the things that you don't agree with. But I mean, on the bigger picture is America is one of the greatest countries.
Greatest democracy in the world.
And
exactly.
it should be celebrated.
Should be celebrated. I feel like we have a lot of independence as people. Is there problems within community? Of course there is. Just like anyone else in the world.
Every family has problems.
But I think there's a lot to still celebrate and to be grateful for.
I'm so proud to live here.
Me too.
So let's celebrate America with fireworks. I got myself a pair of Speedos with the American flag that I'm planning on wearing on 4th of July.
You got me a pair too.
And I got Moti a pair of
matching ones.
Yeah, so we're celebrating America the gay way.
Make America gay again.
Make America gay again. What else do we have on the pipe, Moti and Kari?
Our next, this episode's going to be a little bit different, but before we jump onto this week's episode, there was one thing left on our unearthing. Oh,
Oh,
right.
you want to talk about Pharrell and his debut?
Oh,
That's
yeah.
Louis Vuitton.
What are your
creative.
thoughts on Pharrell at Louis Vuitton? Obviously, like, we don't really focus so much on fashion, although we are fashion influencers on this podcast. But I think there's so many things to say about Pharrell. Pharrell is now the new creative director of Louis Vuitton.
Isn't it just that one collection, or is it going to be?
I think it's going to be an ongoing partnership. Because,
What do you think about it?
Because he's been declared. It's not like a collaboration. He's the creative director. So I think, for those who don't know, that Pharrell is now the creative director of Louis Vuitton. He
For men's.
For men's, he showcased his new collection during Men's Fashion Week in Paris. And if you didn't see, Beyonce was there, Jay-Z was there, a pregnant Rihanna was there. I thought the collection was pretty great. This is also not Pharrell's first time designing, because he's been a
He did
designer.
Chanel, no?
He did Chanel. He did, like, I feel like Billionaires Boys Club or something over there. I think that's his
Really?
brand. It's not his first time designing or doing.
Do you think he has what it takes to be a designer?
I think he definitely has the creativity and the knowledge and I think.
Of what school?
I don't think he went to school, but I don't
No,
think you need to go to
he
school.
knows what's cool right
What's
now.
cool? Oh,
about
yeah,
fashion.
school. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I think he knows what's cool. He's a cool guy. I feel like he's pretty cool.
Don't you think he's a little?
What?
I mean, shouldn't we looking at someone younger from the Gen Z generation to maybe take over this, like the guy from Balmain?
I don't
The
think
guy
he's-
from Balmain is so young.
Yeah, I know he's super young. I feel like he got into his role very young.
And he's doing great.
He is doing great for Balmain, but I don't necessarily think there's rules on. Oh, do you need?
Did you
someone
see the
young or
memes
not?
about the collection looking like a Minecraft board?
I did. I saw that,
I
but
thought
you know
that was
what?
funny.
I kind of like those graphics. I thought it was like a cool graphic. Like, I thought it was an interesting take on Louis Vuitton. It was their damier motif.
Yeah.
He took a big take on it. So there's a lot of those like checkerboard graphics and prints.
Okay, do you think it's okay for brands to appoint musicians that don't have a background in fashion because they're probably being guided by a team that knows fashion and that went to fashion school, right?
I don't think.
Do you think that they should give young designers a chance instead of just picking up a singer that has a lot of clout and popularity to be appointed as a...
I see your point, but obviously in this day and age, like, first of all, Pharrell definitely has some kind of fashion background. He is a fashion guy, first of all. And also, it's not his first collection that he's designing for a big fashion house. He did that collaboration with Chanel, like you said. But
you don't think he has a stylist behind him?
I'm sure he does, but I don't know if he does, actually. But he does have a fashion... Like, I don't want to necessarily say he doesn't have a fashion background, but because he's heavily involved in... He appreciates fashion. I feel like he knows fashion.
That is enough to be the head of a big name like Louis Vuitton?
I think also it's like, obviously Louis Vuitton's being strategic with who they're appointing because they want a big name.
It should have been Kanye, if you ask me.
Well, then the Jews would have went after that.
That was a joke, just in case.
Yeah,
because people come for me lately. I have a two reels on our Bickering podcast Instagram account that are going viral, and people is coming for me
because you say some stupid things.
Yeah, but this is like the fourth show that I repeat. We're comedians here. We're wannabe comedians here. Don't get offended by jokes.
People don't know your humor yet. People don't know your personality yet.
Episode 10, you should know.
Well, even though the reels will hit new people.
Yeah, I know, which is what they're doing. It's going great on reels.
Okay, good. Well, today's episode's gonna be a little bit different. We wanted to share instead of a topic, we're gonna listen to someone's advice.
Our producer here recommended that we should be answering questions because it's a fun way to engage with the public.
Right. We feel like we'll just do a full episode of questions
and we thrive on them.
And then we would each just ask them, I guess. I mean,
you
I have
just
a list
ask me
of
the
them.
questions. I'm the talent.
Yeah, of course. You're the talent, Christian.
I have a lot to say.
Do you?
This episode is being sponsored by...
Yeah, okay. Wish. That would be amazing.
That would be
Let's
amazing.
manifest that.
Let's manifest Diet Coke is going to sponsor
Let's
this
put that
episode.
out in the open. Okay, there's so many questions that you sent me that it's like...
Okay, start with the first one because the first three ones are great.
Okay. Well, once you put an outfit on Instagram, you can't wear it anymore. Wrong or right?
What do you think?
I mean, I put that shirt on Instagram and you're wearing it, so I guess that's allowed.
Yeah, but I haven't worn it. I haven't put it on my Instagram, so it's okay. I don't like repeating outfits on Instagram, because I just don't like it. And I'm a diva. But when it comes to wearing them in real life, yeah, I can wear the same shirt over and over, especially when I love it and I look good on it and it's an expensive piece that it needs to be worn many times. But I don't have that Victoria Beckham complex. I'm more like Kate Middleton. I don't mind repeating outfits.
I don't mind repeating outfits either. I actually think it's good for the economy
sustainable.
and good for the planet, because also you spend so much money on clothing, so like why would I not be able to wear it at least multiple times?
But also, it is okay to repeat a piece. Like, I don't mind repeating the shirt if I'm wearing a different outfit, right? If I'm wearing different pants, if I'm accessorizing it differently, right? I wouldn't wear the same outfit over and over on Instagram.
Right,
I would just
agree.
switch it up.
I'd
Like,
switch
pants.
it up, yeah. I wouldn't like wear the same exact outfit. I'd maybe like switch the shoes or the pant, or if the pant's the star, then like the shirt. Or I'd accessorize it differently. But sometimes I do wear the same outfit twice.
It's part of what we do on Instagram is being a source of inspiration,
Yeah.
right? And in repeating a shirt, it shows that you can like style it differently.
But I remember once that I was called out on Instagram
For wearing something
the same. Like, I was like, oh man, what is it? Like, leave me alone. Like, let me wear it.
I grew up when I was in my 20s. I had no money whatsoever. I used to repeat clothing all the time, even 2 or 3 times a week, and my friends
Well,
would
you
come
were in a
for
fashion
me.
icon sense.
Well, I didn't
You were
have
a fashion
money,
icon then.
so I had to repeat my clothing all the time. So now that's one of the reasons why I don't like repeating, because I have that trauma from when I was, everybody in college, we were a little broke. I feel I was.
Yeah.
Were you?
In college, yeah. I mean, I was like working, and I was living at home at the time, so I didn't have to spend money on rent, but I wasn't making a lot of money, so I had to like still.
So repeating is fine.
Repeating is fine. Don't listen to anyone that says you can't repeat an outfit. Like, that's such an annoying thing. Yeah, if you're like a fashion influencer, okay, I get it. Like, you could wear it once or even twice, but then like switch it up. Like, you could switch it up with a different piece.
Yeah. All right. Next question.
Next question is, I want to know how you guys deal with jealousy in fashion, because you both can't wear each other's wardrobe. Actually, that's false, because Christian's currently wearing my shirt right now as we speak.
Because you wore
And
mine.
stretching it as we speak.
And you wore mine and brought it back stinky from the Israeli.
I didn't
I don't
even.
wanna
I
say
wore
the
it like
name.
for like just like a dinner. Like, I didn't even wear it out.
Well, it came. It smells like you. So what was the question again?
Is how do you guys deal with jealousy in fashion, because you both can't wear each other's wardrobe?
Well, the jealousy comes from me because he sometimes get gifted things that I want, but he's so petite that I'm not able to fit in them. So
Are you calling me skinny?
that one, you're skinny. So I get jealous because of it. But well, between you and I, there's no jealousy. I feel, if anything, we're happy to we can share some pieces and maximize our wardrobe because of it.
Right.
But I wouldn't call jealousy. I do feel sometimes jealous of other influencers that are definitely younger than me that are being gifted for brands that I actually love, and I'm like, why am I not in this gifting list or being?
Because you're not Gen Z.
Yeah, because I'm not Gen Z anymore, and I
You're not a young baby boy.
I'm old. Versace doesn't want to send me anything anymore, so fine, it's okay. But we all have our 15 minutes. But yeah, there's a little bit of jealousy, but if it is not Versace, it's Manolo Blahnik, so you switch it up. You can keep wearing the same shit over and over. But there is a little bit of jealousy. Sometimes I see people like wearing something that I want, and I'm like, fuck. But between Moti and I, there is absolutely no jealousy.
Yeah.
If anything, whatever he gets, I'm like, oh.
I'll sometimes wear Christian's clothing. Actually, I wear more of Christian's clothes than he wears mine, because I could fit oversized, but I won't wear his pants. I'll wear his shirts.
But I do like very tight, skin tight
I
clothing.
know, which
so
drives
I
me
stretch his
crazy because
shirts
he
all the
stretches
time.
my stuff. Exactly.
Good. Okay, next one.
Next question is, well, I feel like we spoke about this. How do you get sponsorships for big brands like Versace and Prada? Well,
we talk about it, but
Yeah.
people want to hear about it. You go, take this one.
I mean, I don't know how you get sponsorships from them. Like, you can't just knock on their door and get it. I feel like they
Well,
you hope one.
I think what he means by
you hope-
sponsorship is like getting clothes gifted or loans.
You'd hope one day that they would just knock on your door and say, "Hey, like, we would love to work with you and send you some stuff from the new collection." That's
Which has happened.
Which has happened. Yeah, I think that's happened with actually almost every big brand.
I mean, unless you're in the fashion world here in New York City and you know everybody, it's most of us we just have to wait for those big brands to come knock your door, because most of those headquarters are in Italy and France and right?
Some of them now have. Well, in the beginning, they were mostly in in their respective
But-
country. But now there's a lot of teams here in the States.
And if it means wearing these clothes, sometimes we reach out and ask for clothing, depending on the event. Hey, you're going to a
Also,
fight.
depending on the relationship, like if we have the relationship.
Because we style ourselves, and there's a bunch of stylists requesting clothing for
Right.
other people, and we do the styling situation, but request the clothing for ourselves. So we're not just sitting down waiting for the clothes to be thrown at us. You have to sometimes ask for it, right? Because he's probably asking that.
Next question. Between Venezuelan cuisine and Israeli cuisine, which is your favorite? I like both for different events, for different times.
Venezuelan food, of course.
Israeli cuisine
There's
so much better.
arepa,
right?
cachapa,
I don't really.
carne mechada.
I don't really love any of that.
But your food tastes like any other Mediterranean food.
Well-
But your mom cooks amazing, I have to say that.
Exactly.
Yeah, but she cooks Moroccan food, so it's different. But yeah, Venezuelan food, we both agree that Venezuelan food is much better than
No,
Israeli
we
food.
don't.
No?
We don't agree on that, actually.
Okay, I prefer Venezuelan.
Okay. You had great meals in Israel.
Yeah,
Like,
you have a great
fantastic.
meal sitting in front of you.
I'm actually lactose intolerant, sorry.
I know, you don't swallow.
You're so gross, I can't. Okay.
Go with it.
Some of these questions are so stupid. I can't believe that you
Well,
said
get
them.
yours.
I mean, like, if you had a theme song, what would it be?
What would it be? I think yours will be Barbie Girl.
No, I think yours is Barbie Girl because with your new hair.
If well, that's a very interesting question. How would you define yourself as a song? You listen to so much music. You'll be a unicorn by Noah Kirill, because I feel like that what you will be right now.
Yeah, it depends. I think like my life song would change every time what song I like most.
Every season has a new song. Every
Yeah.
summer has a new song. Now it's Param Param by Kylie Minogue.
I'm like, I feel like I'm ready for the next song.
Well, okay, there'll come a new one. What will be your song this season? I any song by Sabrina Claudio will be my theme song, to be honest. I fucking love her. Like that song that you hate, like Kiss Me.
Kiss me.
Yeah, exactly. That's my theme song right now.
Okay. Well, that was a boring question. Let me think of the next question. Okay, so someone asked, how did Fisu come into your life, and is he getting a sibling anytime soon?
There is no siblings for Fistu, Jose, and Kari Bendek because we have a lot in our hands with just one.
Yeah.
We travel a lot. Traveling with a dog, it's a nightmare. Our friends Joey and what's his name got a second dog.
Yeah.
And
Joey and Brian got a second dog. And obviously, it's so much easier to ask a friend to watch one dog. Imagine asking them to watch two dogs. Like, I feel like that's a lot of work.
so Fistu came into our life because
My twin brother got a dog about May 2020. Yeah, May 2020, I think he got a dog. And then he's been
Fistuk.
raving about it. He named him Fistuk, which means pistachio in Hebrew. And yeah, one day he asked me to watch him during July 4th because he was going to Miami with his friends at the time. And I said, yeah, I'll watch him for the 4th because also like it'll give me an opportunity to hang out with him. And like, I want to hang out with him because he's so cute.
I didn't want him.
At first. Then we watched him for a week. He was not potty trained. He was peeing on in the doors, like, but which is fine because it was very little. It wasn't a lot of pee.
You know, and he was teething, so he
And
was
he was
like
teething,
biting.
so he was biting a lot. He had puppy energy. He didn't stop. I was like, we are not getting a dog. Like, no, we're not.
But we fell in love with him,
But we fell in love with him.
and I said, I'll take care of him if you don't want him.
And that's not what happened. Then one day I gave him back to, as I was bringing him down to Ami, like, I don't know what it was.
He started crying.
I also had an edible right before. So as I was bringing him down with Evan came down with me too. I give it to him, and this is my first time meeting Ami's now ex-girlfriend, but it was my first time meeting her, and I'm like pass him the dog, and I start crying for literally like 20 minutes straight. Like I couldn't stop crying. I'm like, hi, nice to meet you. Like Ami's like, are you fucking serious? Like what is wrong with you? And like I think it was between like the edible and the emotions of giving him back. Like I loved him. And then a couple days passed. I kept thinking, I'm like, should we like tell Ami that we want him? But Ami was telling me like, Ami got his freedom back. He got his freedom back during that week, during July 4th. So he realized that it wasn't such a big responsibility. And now he realized what a big responsibility it was. So he
wanted to sell Fistuk.
He didn't want to sell him. He's like, I don't think I'm able to really keep him. Like, I think it's
He
a lot
wanted to put him for sale, and then we step up and say, we are going to keep him.
He then calls me one day and said, do you want him? And I was like, well, what are you gonna do? He's like, well, then I'm probably just gonna sell him. I'm like, drop him off. Like, you know where I live, drop him off. And he dropped him off. And then since then he's been ours.
Yeah, it's
And he was we potty trained him and we did everything with him.
And now he's
the
my
best.
happiness. I only live for him. He's the only source of love that I have. We cuddle every night. It's the best thing that ever happened
Thank
to me
God.
is my dog.
Now I'm free.
Yeah, you can go. We
Thank
both
you.
will do great without you.
I'm free.
We already live most of the time without you because you were like going to Israel every 2 days, basically.
I'm going back to Israel in 2 weeks.
I'll be alone.
And then
so
Christian's
please-
going to France for 3 weeks.
Yeah, well.
In all of like basically end of July, half
But
of
my best friend is
August.
getting married. You are just going to be a slut.
Well, okay, that's what you say, but isn't he getting married next year? So you have like, there's like,
It's
the,
two
the
wed-
story's not sounding
two
right.
weddings.
It's a 2-part
It's a
wedding.
2-part wedding.
Interesting. There's something something's not adding up here.
Yeah, I'm getting back with my ex-boyfriend from France. That's what I'm doing.
I knew it.
Yeah.
Perfect. You know
Yeah.
what? Let me help you pack up and like we'll drop you off there.
I don't need anything. He is rich now, so I'm going to buy everything new again.
Oh, okay,
I'm just
good.
bringing Facebook with me.
Oh, really? Is he rich?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's so interesting because that's not what you told me when he was there with you, living off your paychecks.
Next question.
Okay. This is a question that was directed at me. Is he really mad at you if he says, I'm not mad? Actually, yeah, that means he's really, really mad at you. Exhibit A. Christian. Anytime you tell him, like, he'll give you the cold shoulder, you'll ask him if he's mad. He'll say, no, I'm not mad. And then not talk all day, which means he's mad.
Yeah, it is true. I don't like... Well, you should know. Are you mad? Because if you need to ask, you know I'm mad. So don't act dumb and don't pretend like, why are you mad? You know I'm mad. And you know the reason why. And the reason is usually you. So you should be, instead of asking me, why are you mad? What can I do to help should be your question.
What can I
No,
do?
why
What
are
can
you
I do to
mad?
help?
No. What can I do to help? And then I will tell you what to do to help.
Oh, God.
So I'm taking a nappy yesterday because I had a crazy... No, was it yesterday?
Was it yesterday?
No, Sunday. I was passed out in the couch because I stayed up till 4 in the morning
Yeah.
because of him.
Because of me.
He tried to escape to Purple Disco Machine without waking me up. He left me there, and I suddenly wake up and like, what's going on here?
You
And
are such a liar.
And they were just sneaking out. They're like, oh, we're gonna try to find tickets. And I'm like, this motherfucker. You said you were going to stay Sunday. Cook together and watch TV, but someone
No, that's what you said.
thinks that he needs to be young and party every single fucking day.
Well, yeah, I do need to be young and party every single day.
And now I understand when they say you shouldn't date a younger person.
Okay.
I completely agree with that because at the beginning you weren't like this 5 years ago, but right
door
now
is
you're
open.
like peaking on your testosterone levels, and you just want to be out being a slut every time you have a chance, and like it's getting so. Yes, I'm mad.
Well, I wanted to. First of all, I told you all weekend, like, should we go to Purple Disco Machine? I feel like we should go. You're like, no, I don't want to. I was like, no, I really want to. So yeah, then I like was getting a little FOMO, like I wanted to go, and then Evan was coming over to hang out. You were snoring.
Oh, I woke up
Yeah.
and believe
No,
me.
you were snoring, and then I woke up like, Christian, I think we're gonna go to the city. Do you want to come?
I
And you
had the
said
best
no.
afternoon without you.
Good. Well, you could have another afternoon this afternoon without me if you'd like.
No, I don't. He probably went back to his state. So
Okay, good. Well, I'm busy this afternoon anyways.
okay, good.
Moving on to our next question,
Mm-hmm.
since Christian is really mad right now. Okay, how do you handle people you don't like, Christian? Oh my God, you don't like anyone.
You just don't handle them.
Yeah.
Ignore them.
I saw the funniest
Pass them
thing
by. Pretend you don't know their names. Look the other way. That's what I usually do. I'm a little too old, and I just don't engage with people I don't like unless there's an ulterior motive for that, right? If it's a job transaction, if it's work related, then maybe I can put up a face and like deal with someone. But at this point of my life, I don't really need to have people that I don't like in front of me. You can be polite, but the best way to be polite is you just don't say anything, and let them know that you don't like them, and then you just keep very.
I don't think you have to. I think you could be nice to everyone, but I don't think you have to say hello to everyone. I don't think you need to go out of your way and like.
Moti's better in this department. He knows how to handle people. You're a people's person.
I am a people's person, but I don't think you're not a people's person. Like you hated everyone the first time you met all of them.
Trust no bitch.
And you would be like, oh, that person hates me. I'm like, they don't hate you. They probably just
Intimidated by your good looks.
no, they probably just didn't.
how to handle someone you don't like? Well, first find the reason why you don't like this person,
Yeah.
right? Because usually when I don't like someone, there's a mirror effect there. Like I'm seeing someone there that I have that I don't like, right? Usually that's what happens. But sometimes, even though I know why I don't like that person, I don't make the effort. But that's just me.
I also feel like you don't need
Also,
to.
it's a word to pursue this friendship. It's a word to pursue this relationship. Ask yourself this question. If it doesn't, then... But it has to do with character. I'm like this.
You're like a difficult person.
I am a difficult
You're
person,
not
to
an
be honest.
easygoing person.
Well, it depends. But usually, what happens with me when I don't like a person, but I
Stay away
get
from
drunk
them.
with that person,
You
then
then
I
tr-
become friends with that
them.
person.
That's what happened.
And
yeah.
that's an icebreaker for me. Sometimes when I'm like surrounded by people I don't like, I just start drinking alcohol. And believe me, that opens up... Well, it opens me,
Yeah, it
basically, and opens up other people, and then you
It's like
pass...
an icebreaker for you.
It is an icebreaker. And I'm not saying you should be drinking, but sometimes if you really need to crack this person down and you're like,
You're like, oh, if you
maybe have a drink with that person.
Yeah,
And see
maybe.
where it goes.
not a bad idea. You just like solved,
You say, give me a second and I'll
World
come up with
peace.
a solution. Give me a second and I'll come
World
up with
peace.
a solution.
Everyone get
Everybody
drunk.
should be drinking, yes.
Everyone get drunk, and then there'll be world peace.
And it's alcohol, not drugs. Alcohol is the solution, believe me.
Okay.
Next question.
My God. Christian, love or career? If you had to choose one, you can't pick both. Which would it be?
Love or career?
Yeah.
What career to begin with? And second...
The career that you have right now.
I would say love.
Okay.
I know. If you love and you're hungry, it's not gonna work out. And some people think that a career is more important.
Mm-hmm.
But I do. I've been putting up with you for 7 years. If you don't believe it's love,
Is it
then I'm doing
love?
something wrong.
Right.
But I will choose love over career, money, everything. I'm a romantic at heart.
I mean, they didn't say money. They said
But
career.
when we talk about Moti and Kari,
it's different. I feel like
he's gonna immediately say career.
I'm not going to immediately say career, but I'll definitely consider saying career.
Yeah, I know. You see, that's what opposites attract.
It's hard to say which one I would choose because
Now you know who
'cause
loves
you
more
wouldn't.
in the.
How are you before you enter a relationship? I feel like you have to be happy with yourself before entering a relationship. And
That sounds like a Deepak Chopra book.
I'm just saying that if you're unable to,
Love yourself. You can love anyone else. That's bullshit.
No,
Go for
not
it.
love
and
yourself in
hope
that
for the
sense.
best.
Like, get
if
the
you
best-
don't love yourself, try to love
are
someone.
you gonna let me speak?
No.
Okay, can you like sip it? If you don't love yourself like your best version, and that does obviously entail what you do every day with your life, meaning what you work with, then it's really hard to have someone enter your life or you enter their life because there's going to be a lot of you're going to depend on that person on so many ways because you're not getting it through your day to day. So like, I don't necessarily think, oh yeah, it's hard for me to choose career over love or love over career because like, I don't think entering a relationship that you're not yourself 100% would be successful because obviously there's going to be a lot of, problems.
I think the question is more like if you're having a successful career but you're neglecting your partner, what do you think is more important? Your partner.
Look at Samantha from Sex and the City. She's living.
You've never seen that show to begin with. And also, it's like you're neglecting me by doing everything that you're doing lately. So I think the answer is clear. What did you pick first?
Next question.
I love how we bent our problems here on the
This
podcast.
is like therapy for me. I'm like, you know what else, Christian? What bothered me this weekend?
Yeah, no, and people like to hear that from us. Okay, go for it. Okay, my boyfriend of 6 years doesn't know I'm kinky and go to London every month for sexual parties and a lot of other things.
That's not a question.
I am going to tell you something. He's doing exactly the same at home. He's just counting the seconds for you to go to London so he can have. So I would say, just come clean, tell him that you like doing that. So maybe you both have the same habits.
Maybe you guys
and
have
then
the
you will
same-
have fun together. But if you think he won't be okay with you having those kinky
moments,
then keep it quiet. He's probably enjoying his time alone at home when you're out.
is that what you do when I'm traveling?
Of course.
I know.
I know. You want to continue? Okay, I'll jump on this other question. Oh my God, would you have... Okay, sorry. Okay, Moti, when did you realize you were gay?
I thought like we spoke about this during our coming out.
But-
We have a whole episode of our coming out story.
But-
But you know what? I think I was literally talking to a friend today about this because she called me to tell me something. But
This is an amazing story he doesn't want to share with
I
you
don't want to
guys.
share with it because, you know what? I don't want to put out this person's business because it's none of my business.
If you want to succeed in this business, you have to be ruthless.
No, I'm not doing
Share
that.
the story.
I'm not doing it. You
It
know
will
what?
get our ratings to go.
No. Anyways, she called me and like she was talking to this guy who's now gay, and she asked him like, oh, like when did you know? He said, I always knew, like I always had a feeling, and like the truth is, yeah, like I also like when I was growing up, I also had a feeling, but the truth is that it was hard to like either accept or something that I was still learning about, because you're not really exposed to gay culture, you're not exposed to gay people, you're not exposed to anything gay in your life growing up in the modern Orthodox world, because I did grow up in the modern Orthodox world, so I wasn't really exposed to, I didn't have gay friends, I didn't have gay people in my life to know what gay was. So like for me to say, oh, did I know I was gay? No, I knew I felt a certain way, but did I know? No, I didn't. And like, you know, is it denial? Maybe. Is it maybe lack of knowledge? Also could play a
But
big
look
role.
at you.
of it.
You're a raging homosexual now.
And now I'm a raging homosexual. Now I'm like, I'm not. I don't like saying like, oh, I'm loud and proud and like all that. No, like I'm proud. I am what I am, and I'm not like I'm not mad about it. I don't regret any part of it. I feel free.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's still going through it.
I'm not
Give
still
him
going
some
through
time.
it.
He will come
I'm not
around.
going through it.
I didn't come around till very late, so
Yeah.
it's fine. We all go through. The kids right now have it good, and people say like, "Oh, Gen Z, how are the many gays right now?" Well,
I'm very proud. I posted on my Instagram.
Now it's easier to come out.
I post about it. I talk about it. I talk about it in person. Like I'm not like hiding it, but I'm not one of those people that will plaster it on my forehead every single day and talk about it every single day, because I don't think like talking about that every single day helps anything. I feel like it's more.
It does help.
It does. I talk about it. I talk
It's
about
like-
it more than
it's
you
like-
do.
It's like celebrating Pride. I
do
sometimes
celebrate Pride. I love
do
celebrating
sometimes
Pride.
see, oh, Pride is just party, circuit party with all these gay guys half naked doing the most.
Oh, it's not?
But no, it goes beyond that. We
No, I know,
actually
I'm
need
kidding.
to.
No,
be
and
present.
I agree. Like I've noticed like during Pride this year when I posted, you know, me with my Israeli flag that was like covered in the rainbow flag, I got a lot of hate from the Jewish community, like weirdly enough, like saying all these things like
What?
nothing like
I wish you were that.
No, it was your dad like, oh, Sodom and Gomorrah, and like oh, what a Chilul Hashem, which means like, you know, like against Hashem, but like, you know what, God taught us to be kind to everyone. He didn't say be kind just to the religious. He didn't say just be kind to anyone. Like he said be kind to everyone. That's the difference.
Our Lord Jesus Christ said that.
Hashem.
Okay. So
Anyway, so that was the. So did I know? When did I know I was gay? I didn't know. I feel like as I was getting older, probably like when I was in college, I was like saying, okay, I am. Like there was one moment in my life where I was like, that's it. I had like, and I could say this openly, but I had a threesome with a guy and a girl, and I did nothing.
Wow.
I did nothing with this guy. Nothing with this
though
guy.
you wanted to.
I don't remember seeing him. I remember seeing his butt. That's it. He was really muscular and his butt was really tight. That was one thing I do remember. But I remember this girl was like, you know, we were hooking up with this girl. We were both doing things with her. And I was like, in the back of my head, I'm like, this is my last time with a girl. Like, I know this is it. Like, this is it. Like, that's it. Like, I'm not into this.
And then after her, who came along?
And then after her came along.
That story from the Eagle? I never knew what the Eagle was till I met Moti Christian. Just so
And
you
now
guys
you're the
know.
mayor. And now
I
you're the
used to be.
mayor.
I don't go there anymore. Last time I was there, it was a mess. And
Yeah.
I said, like, I think I've been here too many times. So, someone wants to know, he asked in Spanish, but I'm just going to ask in English because you have to participate on this. He said, I would like to know if you guys have had any kind of therapy, a couples therapy, to navigate your relationship after 8 years.
That is a very good question. I feel like we might need it.
I feel like this is our therapy.
This is our therapy. I feel like we might need it. I know therapy definitely helps because we get a different perspective. Or also like different, you know, solutions.
Yeah, therapy gives you tools how to approach problems.
How to
that a couple might
communicate
have.
better.
I do think that.
I think Christian needs to go to therapy. Yeah, I definitely agree on that.
Hey, but you see, you're mocking the question.
I'm not mocking it.
It is important to talk
I
about
do think
mental
it's
health.
important. I think we both should individually go to therapy and then plus go to therapy together.
But it's very expensive. And we have other priorities right now.
Like Christian has other priorities. He'd rather spend that money on Versace.
But no, we haven't. We have considered it. We have our ups and downs. And we want to make it work. And we always say we should go to therapy. But it's not an easy decision. We travel a lot. We haven't actually committed and find a therapist. But it is in the back of our heads. And I heard from many couples that have done it that is very helpful.
Yeah.
And either it helps you continue your relationship and like makes it better, or it helps you find a way to live without hurting each other even more. So there has to be, it's both sides, I feel, for therapy. I don't think either it works out or like it helps you end up the relationship. So I'm scared because I'm pretty sure my therapist is gonna point out that you should leave, Moti, and I'm not sure I want to. So I'm just, or if you're gonna put that in his head, like you're the course of your relationship is over, you're drifting apart, like maybe you should go different. So I wouldn't want someone to tell me that, to plant that seed in his head, because I'm gonna ruin his life till the day he dies. So we're gonna be together forever, and if you leave me, I'll find you.
Great. And that is help.
That could be a cute clip for Instagram. Did we give good advice? I don't know. Did we? Moti, what do you think? Do you have any other questions?
I mean, I always feel like we give the worst advice, but hopefully one person likes it. I don't know.
Well, this has been our episode
This
today.
has been our episode.
This is Bickering with Moti and Christian, and it's soon to be just Bickering with Moti.
Anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning in. And be sure to rate our episode, our podcast, do all the fun things. And follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Bickering Podcast, Christian Benek, and Moti and Kari. We'll see you next week.
Well, no, we're not seeing them next week.
Well, we're going to...
Moti's again going to Israel, so we're not recording an episode.
Okay, we're deleting this, so
okay.
Stop that.
Bye.
Okay. I'm also going July 12th. I'm going to hit you.
It was a good episode.